From the campus of the University of Alabama, live, local news. From Alabama's home team, this is WVUA News at 10.
Power outages, canceled flights, and frigid temperatures is all part of a massive storm system impacting millions of Americans heading into the all-important weekend.
Yeah, at least 5 deaths are blamed on the weather. First at 10 tonight, Aaron McPike joins us live from Memphis with the latest details.
Officials in both Dallas and Memphis canceled their marathons that were scheduled for tomorrow because conditions here in Dallas have been so bad throughout the day. Now, on top of that, with temperatures dropping, there will be thousands without power throughout the middle of the country tonight. There are about 5,000 power outages right now in Memphis, about 30,000 in Arkansas, and closer to 200,000 in the Dallas area. Fun for kids, but not so much for drivers, as ice, sleet, and snow covers parts of Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, and Texas.
This weather's getting to be awful. It's rainy, very wet, chilly.
In Memphis, Tennessee, that rain turned to ice on trees and roads.
The ice, people's cars aren't really suited for it. They don't have tires that can handle it, so everyone's slipping around and it becomes a mess on the roads.
In Arkansas, similar conditions on the roadways. In Dallas-Fort Worth, drivers not so accustomed to slick highways faced challenges in the cold. Further north in Ohio, it was also a snowy commute to end the week. Accumulated ice is very heavy and tends to bring down tree limbs and power lines, and that leads to power outages. Energy officials in the Dallas-Fort Worth area say hundreds of thousands of customers were without power as of Friday morning, and Georgia Power employees left for Arkansas Friday to help energy crews there restore power. For people in Memphis, losing electricity is a top concern.
Basically just power going out, heat going out, but hopefully since we're downtown it won't be so bad.
The National Weather Service predicts the nasty conditions will continue through Sunday. And yes, unfortunately, we are not done. There's more snow and ice to come. There's a new storm system making its way through the Pacific coast. Even Las Vegas could see a rare snowfall, and this very storm system is moving east this weekend, and it is supposed to pound the East Coast sometime after noon on Sunday. Reporting live in Memphis, I'm Aaron McPike. Now back to you.
And thank you, Aaron, for that live report tonight from Memphis.
And let's get a first check on Alabama's home team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott. And I tell you, Daniel, the temperatures took a tumble very quickly out there tonight.
They did. It was, what, Richard, in the upper 70s today?
Yeah, upper 70s, low 80s across parts of East Alabama. Temperatures falling quickly now. All the rain we had earlier this evening, pretty much getting out of here. We have a couple of light showers left across parts of West Alabama. East Alabama still get a little bit of rain falling there, but again, all of us are going to start to dry out, I think, overnight tonight. A little mist is going to be possible late tonight during the day tomorrow, but the big story is the cold air. Check it out. Yeah, we've got 41 in Tuscaloosa now, 39 Birmingham, but you go south of the front, Dothan, 71. So it's warmer across southeast Alabama. That cold air will win the battle. Here's a look at the weekend forecast. Saturday, Sunday, we're talking cool weather for the weekend, especially tomorrow. A little bit of rain possible tomorrow, but mainly on Sunday. Another soaking likely. We'll talk all about your forecast coming up in just a little bit.
Now, police are investigating what they are calling a double murder-suicide in Carrollton. One of those who lost their lives was Dora Johnson.
And many locals remember Johnson for her continuous efforts to preserve and promote the Pickens County Courthouse. WVUA's Chelsea Barton starts our team coverage from Pickens County.
Shortly after midnight, a family member was doing a welfare check at the residence of Miss Dora Johnson. Upon arriving at the residence, they noticed that something just didn't seem quite right.
And it wasn't. Inside the home lie 82-year-old Johnson and 2 of her children, Patricia Johnson Hudson and John Virgil Johnson, dead.
John Virgil Johnson had a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head.
Although Mr. Johnson does not have a recorded history of violence, scene evidence reveals there was quite a struggle before the 3 were killed.
There was evidence of an altercation between the 3 of them at the residence. What led to that altercation, at this time we're not clear on that.
Johnson was a prominent figure in the community. She leaves behind a legacy of promoting and preserving the Pickens County Courthouse. Both Cox and Duro say that she will be greatly missed.
This is a hard pill to swallow for us. You know, she done so much. It means so much to this community. And for this to happen, and the only thing we can just do is just ask for prayer. The family need prayer at this time.
Ms. Johnson was well known in Carrollton and Pickens County. Everybody knew her, that she's one of a kind person.
In Carrollton, Chelsea Barton, WVUA News.
Now, as Chelsea mentioned, Dora Johnson is known by many as one of Pickens County's most prominent figures.
And friends and colleagues say Johnson's tireless work for historic preservation helped preserve one of Carrollton's iconic symbols. WVUA's Travis Leader continues our team coverage.
Yes, we're hurting, but Miss Dora was just a gem. She was a jewel in this community, and we loved her, and we're really going to miss her.
The 82-year-old Johnson was loved and well respected by many in the area, but friends say she was a frank and honest person, whether you liked it or not.
Miss Dora is a firecracker. You did want to cross her. She was little, but she was loud. And she would get the point across to you sooner or later that you would pay attention to her.
The famous courthouse where the famous face in the window remains was in disrepair. But instead of tearing the structure down, Dora influenced political leaders to not only keep it standing, but renovate it as well.
She saved it single-handedly. She went to the commission meeting and said, help me save this, help me save this. And finally they gave in and said, okay, it's yours.
It wasn't just the courthouse, though. Fuller says Johnson took active roles in many local groups.
She was just the grandmother of the courthouse, and we really are going to miss that. We're going to miss her work and her tireless efforts to help us around here.
The difficult step for surviving courthouse supporters is preserving Dora's effort to continue the landmark's upkeep.
She worked tirelessly to put this courthouse in the shape it's in now. And I don't know what's going to happen at this point and all, but we're going to have to take up the slack, I guess, and keep it going.
That was our Travis Leader reporting. On a personal note, I met Miss Dora Johnson a couple of years ago, and she really was a sweet person. Now, Dora Johnson and her daughter Patricia were last seen at the local Dollar General store there around 1:45 yesterday. Investigators are expecting full autopsy results next week.
New at 10 tonight, a Nashville bar owner has been charged with second-degree murder in the shooting death of musician Wayne Mills. Christopher Farrell told police he fatally shot Mills in self-defense after the two got into an argument over the musician smoking a cigarette in a no-smoking area of Farrell's Pit and Barrel. Farrell's attorney David Rabin says his client is not guilty, but that he turned himself in this afternoon with bond set at $300,000. Mills was a native of Abraham, Alabama, and his Wayne Mills band often played on the college circuit. Well, on your Crime Watch tonight, we have two stories. One man is behind bars and another is recovering from his injuries after a stabbing in Tuscaloosa.
And Sergeant Dell Phillips of Tuscaloosa County Homicide told us it happened on University Boulevard East around 6 o'clock Thursday night. 55-year-old Charles Sexton was arrested and charged with domestic violence. Phillips told us the 48-year-old victim and Sexton got into an argument over a woman.
Meanwhile, the man police believe sexually assaulted and robbed a 61-year-old Tuscaloosa woman in her own home is behind bars. Tuscaloosa police arrested 37-year-old Bobby Jermaine Stein and charged him with burglary, sodomy, and attempted rape. It happened on Windsor Drive Thursday morning. Police told us Stein knocked on the victim's door, asked her a question, then forced his way inside. According to police, Stein hit the victim in her face, sexually assaulted her, stole cash from her, and then fled the scene. Neighbors say they're happy to put this situation behind them.
I was glad to know that she wasn't hurt real bad and that they are expecting her to come back home today.
Now Stein is being held in the Tuscaloosa County Jail pending a $150,000 bond.
One of Tuscaloosa's fine dining restaurants will be reopening its doors to the public. Cozy's Fine Dining is under new management and excited to provide Tuscaloosa with dining in a unique atmosphere. Susan Walmsley is the niece of the original owner and now co-owns the restaurant. She says there is one thing in particular that she is looking forward to.
I look forward to bringing the younger crowd in here. I want people my age to experience this kind of food, this kind of cuisine, like everything. I want them to experience it.
And while Cozy's is keeping some favorites on the menu, there will also be some new items added as well. Dinner service is offered Tuesday through Saturday starting at 5 p.m. Now, Tuscaloosa County's Park and Recreation is gearing up for their 38th annual West Alabama Christmas Parade.
That's right. It is set for Monday night, and your home team will be bringing you all the fun right to your home from beginning to end. Lynn Brooks and I will be live from downtown Tuscaloosa with our kickoff to Christmas special report featuring Paris West Alabama Parade. Now, there will be marching bands, floats, beauty queens, and of course, good old St. Nick himself. All the fun starts at 6:30 right here on WVUA.
And Paris Christmas tree lighting ceremony takes place Monday as well at the Tuscaloosa County Courthouse. That'll start at 5:15 and the parade will follow at 6:30. Parking is available in the city's intermodal facility parking deck located at the corner of 7th Street and 22nd Avenue and in the parking lot near the corner of Greensboro Avenue and University Boulevard.
I have a feeling we have to dress in layers.
Yeah, some warm, dry layers.
That's right. Well, details on how Nelson Mandela's life will be remembered.
Also, eating healthy food may cost less than you think.
And the Super 6 concluded tonight with the Class 6A championship game. Gary Harris will have the latest in Alabama's home team sports.
And before we go to break, don't forget to follow your home team on Twitter. Follow us for all the latest breaking news and what's happening all around Alabama and beyond.